Hi everyone. I feel like I'm so over my intro. I'm just going to say hi everyone now from now on. But today I'm really excited because I'm going to do a full beach tutorial, and I'm also going to try out the new Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palette. I haven't been excited about something in so long, and this palette, as neutral and as basic as it is something that I feel like I've just wanted to have in my kit for such a long time, just a staple neutrals palette. So I'm really excited. I have swatched a few shades already, so they're a little dirty. I couldn't wait. It came yesterday. I'm so excited. But yeah, I'm going to film with that today. So I'm going to do my brows first. I'm going to use the Precisely My Brow Benefit pencil. I use the shade 5. I really just only kind of sharpen them a little bit underneath and then just fill in sparse areas because I don't like my brows to look too drawn on. But I do just want to say real quick, I know that the world just feels so crazy right now and so many people are losing their jobs and the news changes all the time and it's all so confusing, and I just wanted to give everyone a big virtual hug and be like, listen, we're all in this together and it's all going to be okay, because this year is just mentally challenging for everyone, I feel like. But yeah, it's not great right now, is it? But as long as we've got health and we've got a roof over our head, that is all that matters. And then I'm just going to put some brow gel through them. I'm going to use the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. This is going to give you a fluffy look. If you always wondered how to get that kind of fluffy look, you need a brow gel, or I know people use soap and stuff. So I'm going to just apply some concealer to my lids. I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Sand. I'm just going to go like this. Having lash extensions on is the best and the most frustrating thing ever when it comes to doing makeup. I love lash extensions because I feel like I wake up and I don't look as dead. So I do love them, but when it comes to doing your makeup, it does make it way more difficult. So I'm just taking a MAC 242 brush and I'm just carving the brow. But yeah, how is everyone? How is everyone doing? I hope you're all okay. I just feel like this year is just very mentally challenging. So we all just need to be positive and be nice to each other. That's the least we can do right now, is be kind to each other. So once I feel like it's like okay, like it doesn't have to be really neat, because I'm now going to go in with a the 142 Zoeva concealer buffer brush, and I'm just going to pat over it before I set with some powder. And then I'm going to take some translucent loose powder, the Soft Focus loose powder, and I'm going to set that. Gonna use the Mario palette. Can't wait, so excited. So this is the palette like I've showed you before. It's just all neutrals, browns, just me in a palette. Me in a palette, and I'm just really excited to try it. So I'm gonna use the Dull Beauty, it's the DB5 brush. So I've just dipped my brush into this shade right here, which is Matte 5. And I'm just gonna lightly buff this in my crease, right into the inner corner as well. So here's what I love about this, right, is a lot of people always want straight off the bat really pigmented eyeshadows, and for the most part when it comes to these kind of neutrally shades, it's really nice when it's kind of soft and you can kind of build it up, but when you apply it, it just looks soft, and I think that's just something that I personally prefer. Like, I don't want my shadow when I'm using neutrals to be extremely pigmented. I like to be able to make it look really soft and then kind of build it up to how intense I'd like it, and I feel like this formula just gives me that kind of vibe where you apply it and it's not just like really pigmented straight away, which is, yeah, just something that I like. Everyone's different. When it comes to the end, I am kind of pulling it quite far out. I am going to clean up the edge anyway, but it's just so that it looks really seamless and you don't have just like where it stops. So I will just drag it all the way out. I'm just dipping my brush into this shade right here, which is Matte 1, and I'm gonna just use that to soften that edge really, really lightly. This is a really big fluffy brush from Dull Beauty. This is the DB4. This brush is really good to just softly blend edges. I feel like it's really good for that. So I'm going to go for matte 7, which is this one right here. And I'm just picking this up on a Luxie 237 blending brush. I'm just going to apply this to the outer corner of the eye and then buff it up into the crease, so about halfway, maybe 3/4 actually. Yeah, probably about 3/4, but I just want to pack this on the outer corner. The reason I'm using this little kind of fluffy blending brush is because it's not gonna make it too intense. It's gonna kind of make it a bit softer, which is what I want. Yeah, I'm just doing circular motions. I'm just literally buffing it and then bringing it right up into the crease like this. So when it comes to the outer corner, I'm just buffing it out again. And now I'm gonna blend the edge in just a second, but I'm going to go for kind of a winged out kind of vibe. I'm going to do a winged liner with this look. So I want to keep my shadows wing. If you are doing a winged liner, then you always want to keep your shadow in that wing kind of shape as well. It will all tie together really well. You don't really want to do like a rounded kind of shadow and then try and put a wing. I mean, some people do it and it looks okay, but I just think it looks better. It's going to give you a really like nice elongated cat eye if you do your shadow and your winged liner to kind of match, if that makes sense. So I'm just softening the edge. Again, I'm pulling it far out because I'm gonna neaten it up anyway. I feel like because it's like a mini palette, I like it because I can just put this in my makeup bag and take it everywhere with me. I don't really like big palettes a lot of the time because, especially when you're packing or you're going somewhere, it's just like it doesn't fit in your makeup bag and it's just annoying. So this has every colour that I need and it's just the right size and I really like that. I'm next going to take shade number matte 2, which is this colour right here. I'm actually going to take this on a flat synthetic brush, which a lot of people are like, wait, what? But this works really well. This is the MAC 242 brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start packing this from the inner corner to the halfway. I am going to blend that in just a second. I'm just going to, yeah, just apply this. And then I'm taking this fluffy brush and I'm just really, really lightly going to go over that and then just over that edge. Like that. And then I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to take the shade matte 4, which is this white here. And I'm going to use this for right in the inner corner here. And I'm going to blend it into that other shadow. Just to give me some brightness. I'll probably go over this once my base makeup is done. So I am next going to apply a little wing, a tiny one. I'm going to use the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Mad Max Brown. I just feel like brown is just nicer than black sometimes. It's just a bit softer and not as intense. Yeah, for the most part I just prefer using brown. So I'm first of all going to line the lash line. So hard when you have lash extensions on to see what you're doing. I'm just going to do a tiny little... Okay, so the winged liner is on and I've just given my lashes a brush through. So yeah, I'm going to start on my base makeup now and then I'll finish my eye makeup off once I've done that. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with that eyeshadow. I feel like it looks really nice. It's really soft, glam, yes to that. Just quickly before I get into my base makeup, I actually want to share this with you. I'm not sponsored or anything. My friend Polly, whose skin is absolutely a joke, like her skin is flawless. She said to me, she was like, Holly, you need to get this Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Oil Infused Serum. And it's changed my skin. I'm not even joking, it's changed my skin. My skin's been a little dry because obviously the season has changed, and it's just been amazing. I just had it on my skin. I did it in my skincare routine this morning, so my skin just looks hydrated. It's really, really good. Anyway, I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I'm just going to put some of this on my skin. I love this face base. It's literally my favourite. And then I'm going to use some of the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Eye Base as well. Eye cream, major key. Just feel like without eye cream, my concealer just does not look as good. So recently for foundation, I've actually been using the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is what I use when I do a full beat face. I don't know, I feel like it's an oldie, but it is good. It gives you a lot of coverage. Not that I need a lot of coverage right now, but it gives me that kind of dull, like flawless skin, which I like. So I mix the shade Cashew with the shade Fawn. So I just like to actually just apply it like this to my skin with my finger. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to work this into the skin. It is damp. I don't really like using dry beauty blenders. I don't feel like it does the same job. So you always want to make sure it's damp. So this type of thick consistency of a foundation I will use with a beauty blender. And then if I'm doing a little more of a lighter foundation, so sometimes I'll do the Loreal Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation, which is more of a medium coverage. I'll use a brush. I just feel like certain foundations work with different techniques. Like not all foundations work with the same application process. I actually love, can I just say, the Kevyn Aucoin Supernatural Concealer. This is actually such a gorgeous concealer if you want more of a lightweight formula. I am going to use Tarte Shape Tape today, but I am going to put a little tiny bit of this on top just because it's a lighter and I want a brighter under eye. So I am just going to do a little bit of Tarte, well, I'm going to do Tarte Shape Tape. I'm going to put this just here in the centre of my forehead. And then I'm going to go straight down the bridge of my nose. And then I'm going to blend this in with my beauty blender. Yeah, up down the bridge of the nose. This is going to give you like a reverse. When you go to contour, it's just going to give you an extra snatched nose. I'm then going to blend it in my forehead. So I'm going to use the Makeup Rubber HD Stick in the shade R530. It looks like this. This is a very warm shade, but I kind of like it to be more of a cream bronzer rather than a contour. So I'm going to just apply this with my 128 Cream Cheek Brush from Zoeva. Just like more warm tones. Also, it's best to apply this to the brush and then apply it to the skin, because then you're not going to apply way too much product, which I've done in the past. When I've applied the stick directly and then tried to blend it, it just makes it way more difficult. I am just then going to do my cheekbone. I'm really doing the most for someone that's just going shopping. I'm now going to take my 235 Contour Shader Brush from Zoeva, and I am going to snatch my nose. I'm just going to go down the front. I'm going to blend it up into the brow, bring it all the way down to the end. And then I like to just do right here, give me a more lifted tip, so I go right here. Then I'm just going to literally wipe the excess product off this brush, and then I use the exact same brush to blend once there's no excess product left on the brush. So I'm literally just going to start by just buffing over that. And then for powder, I'm using the H&B Cosmetics Soft Focus Loose Powder in the shade Translucent. And I'm going to set my under eye. And then, using the exact same shade Translucent, I am going to set the rest of my face, because I do like a matte finish. Because I am oily, I kind of set all of my face, give me a matte finish. And then I feel like throughout the day I almost get like a little bit of natural oil, which I do like. So I'd rather just do that. I don't really like highlighting my skin, or I just like to have that kind of, when it comes through, natural oils. Next I'm going to use the shade Fair in the Soft Focus Loose Powder, because I really want to have like a bright under eye today. I'm just really feeling it, you know. So I use this Charlotte Tilbury brush, and I just press it under the eye. I don't apply too much, just a little bit, but it does really give you that bright under eye. Smooth, filled in pores, flawless skin. Next I'm going to do bronzer. I'm not going to do too much, I'm literally just going to go lightly over where I applied the cream. So I did feel like there was almost like a shadow here on my nose. So I've just dipped my sponge in some more powder, and I'm just pressing it up down the sides of the nose in the shade Fair, just to really contour my nose. Okay, so we can finish the eyes now, and I think what I want to do is just something really soft. I was going to do liner, but I don't think I want any liner. I think I'm going to keep it, just buff the shades underneath the lash line. So from the Makeup by Mario palette, I'm going to use the shade Matte 5. This shade right here. And I'm using a really tiny brush. This is the DB15 brush from Bobbi. And I'm going to apply this close to my lash line and all the way along the lash line as well. And then I'm going to take the shade Matte 7. It's this dark shade right here, which is the shade that I used on the outer corner of the eye. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. Keep this close, even closer to the lash line as the other shade I just used. And then I'm going to take my Morphe M441 brush, this fluffy brush, and I'm going to just do this shade right here, which is Matte 1, I think. I don't know if I'm getting the names of this right. I don't know if that's supposed to be flipped or not. It's just confusing. But I'm then going to buff right underneath so that I can just blend those shades together. I'm also actually just going to take a little bit of this shade right here. I've not used this yet. This one's next to the black. And I'm going to go even closer to my lash line. Like I'm just literally going to make it look like a bit of a liner. And then I'm going to take my Loreal Telescopic mascara. I absolutely love this. If you guys haven't tried this mascara, I go on about it all the time. It's the best for bottom lashes. I like to do 2 coats, so I do like 1 coat, then I leave it to dry, and then I add another coat. So I'm just going to take my brow brush, I'm just going to comb through my brows, and I've already gelled them. So I'm probably going to redo that, because when you comb it, you kind of comb it out. It's just because I got some powder in the brows. Makeup for me is so relaxing, by the way. I know this video is probably really boring because I've just been chilling and doing my makeup, but makeup for me is just so relaxing. So I just feel like I'm getting this zen vibe and I'm just like very chill. So I do apologise if it comes across as me being really boring. But you know, it is what it is. I'm just going to apply the MAC Cork lip liner. So once I've done my lip liner, I kind of bring it in a lot more, and then I kind of just use my finger and I just kind of soften it. You don't want to, I just go right over the edge because you don't want to smudge that. Then I'm going to use the Inglot JLO lipstick. This is the J213 in the shade Champagne. So I'm then just going to apply this all over. So yeah, I'm going to keep my lip matte because obviously I'm going to wear a mask, so lip gloss just doesn't really work now. Lip gloss and masks just doesn't really go together. So before you spray your setting spray or whatever mist you like to use, make sure your mascara's dry. So many times I have like not waited for my mascara to dry and then I've sprayed my face and then I get transfer and it's just like, oh god. I've done it so many times. So just make sure your mascara is nice and dry. And then I'm going to use the MAC Fix Plus just to make sure all the powder kind of soaks in the skin and it looks a bit more like skin, because at the moment I look very powdery. So that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this look, enjoyed the video. Like I said, I apologise if it was a bit boring, but I'm just chill, you know, just chilling. But again, I want to send all my love to everyone and virtual hugs to everyone, because this year is very mentally challenging and I know a lot of people are not feeling themselves or feeling down. So I just want to send lots of love. And I just want to say that I absolutely love this Makeup by Mario palette. Definitely a staple that I feel like everyone needs in their kit if they love soft glam. If you love soft browns and neutrals, then you need that palette in your life. It's so nice. I love how this eye look came out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I will list all the products that I use down below. And I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.